Hello, folks. This is Jarrett from B&J Podcast. We got a real special treat for you here. We have a professional fighter by the name of Miguel Sanson coming on for you guys. We got his social links in the episode below. Make sure you guys check that out. He's got a fight coming up on March 23rd in Milwaukee at the Potawatomi Casino. Please use that link if you're going to order some tickets. I think some proceeds go to Miguel. So if you're going to go, order from there and let's help this kid out. He's a good local boy from Delavan, Wisconsin, just down the road from where I live and where the rest of the good folks from the B&J podcast live. So good local boy. Let's show him some support. And that's about it. Roll the banjos. All right, fellas, we are live. We are here with Miguel. He is the next big up-and-comer in the MMA scene. We got the deviant here, Sean, who is the guy that's bringing us Miguel here. We got Bobby back, and also we got Miguel.
Yes, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, Miguel Sanson, correct?
Yeah, Miguel Sanson.
Yeah, I'll admit, I did forget your last name there for a half second.
Hopefully soon everyone's going to remember the name. So
right.
That's the plan.
They're gonna know it. So the little backstory here real quick is, you guys know the podcast, B&J Ruin Everything. Mm-hmm. Our good homie, Sean the Super Deviant, happens to know a fighter, Miguel Sanson, who has a fight coming up at the end of March 23rd, right?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
So we decided he was gracious enough. We're actually sitting in his gym right now where he trains. He was gracious enough to bring us in and fuck around a little bit. He wants to talk about the fight and whatever else.
Yeah. No, this place is kick ass. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but this is sweet. You guys got the setup here.
Me and Sean are going to get down to it at the end of this podcast.
What Sean doesn't know is we talked about having Miguel fuck Sean up after the fight.
Right. He doesn't know when it's coming.
Right. Hell yeah.
So why don't you rip into the fight coming up? You got all the details.
So the fight is going to be March 23rd at the Potawatomi Casino in Milwaukee. I'm going to be going up against a guy who he has a decent record. I think it's like a 7-9 record. Right now we're trying to get to the big show, which is like the UFC and whatnot. So we're taking a route that's like let me backtrack a little bit. At the beginning of my pro career, I took a lot of fights that were a lot harder for me, just to prove myself and kind of to test my skill set. And obviously, I've gotten those hard fights out the way, so now it's kind of like setting myself up for success and setting myself up to get to that next level, with either like a knockout win or just a dominant win in general. And this guy, he's more of a striker type of guy, so it's gonna be an exciting fight because when you have a striker, and I mean, I like to say that I'm like a wrestler / striker. So when you have two strikers, you're gonna get fireworks,
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I plan to do these next couple of fights, is really perform and really, because the UFC is looking for performers, they're looking for entertainers,
Yep.
and people who are gonna put on a good fight, and that's what I plan to do on March.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your fight record?
My record right now is at 6-2.
Okay, nice.
As a professional.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're an ass kicker.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
So who do you fight for? What's your club you fight for?
So the club I fight for is called Avila Combat Laboratories.
Okay, nice.
Yep. And the promotion that I'm fighting for this upcoming fight is APFC.
APFC.
Yeah.
So this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a UFC event, right?
It's not a UFC event. It's streaming on UFC Fight Pass.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's the streaming platform. They call this anything really outside the UFC. They call it like the regional scene.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the college, before you get to like the big show, the NFL. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So a lot of people are going to see it no matter what, streaming on the UFC Fight Pass.
Yep.
People are going to see this. Is this your biggest televised event?
No.
No. Okay.
No. This is not. No. biggest televised event. But I think since my pro debut, I was fortunate enough to actually have that fight be on UFC Fight Pass. And a lot of people like entering their pro debut, they don't get that opportunity. I fought for this promotion called the LFA, and I was on the prelims at first, and then so sometimes when you cut weight, some people can't, don't make the fight, don't make it to the next day. So these people had dropped out of the fight because they got sick. So then me and my opponent, we moved up.
Nice.
And this guy actually fought. His name was Apuni Pagoa. He was a really tough Hawaiian guy. We both fought in, what was it, Oshkosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were fortunate enough to be on UFC Fight Pass for my pro debut. He was like coming off a 12-second knockout. So 12-second knockout, man.
Getting a little sweaty going into that ring.
That's the only tape I had of him. He was 1-0 with the 12-second. I'm like, bro, what
that's
am I?
intimidating, right?
It was so intimidating.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is also on UFC Fight Pass. I think 7 out of my 8 fights were on UFC Fight Pass. So
Damn.
Yeah, that's
I've
cool.
been fortunate enough.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, you're getting to that upper echelon now where you're fairly seasoned. I mean,
Yeah.
8 fights, that's a lot of fights. It's not like you're fighting every weekend, you know?
Exactly.
It's like that's a couple of years of fighting, at least that's my assumption I'm making. Yeah.
And like I was saying, like the type of guys like I fought coming up, like my first 5-6 fights, like they were all like pretty tough fights. Yeah. Like my first one was a Puni Pago. He trained at this gym, Extreme Couture, one of the biggest gyms in Las Vegas. The second fight.
Jeez.
Is that tied to Randy Couture?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his gym.
So
yeah.
that's his gym.
That was
So
his
this guy's
Holy
coming out of Randy Couture's shop.
I mean, come on.
Right.
The second guy I versed was like he took silver at the World MMA Worlds for like before you get to like on the amateur scene.
Yeah.
And then the third guy was a black belt jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
So that story was crazy. I got like in this heel hook position for like the longest time. I was so close to tapping, but something inside me just told me, just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. The
Right.
fourth guy I fought, was a state champion from Wisconsin, Tyus White. He was pretty good as well. The fifth guy, Antoine Ho, he was like 5 knockouts before I versed him.
Yeah.
And then Lamar Climaco, he was a stud too, which he already fought for the UFC as well.
Okay.
So I mean, these guys are all
They're like legit.
they're legit guys that I've been facing. So now it's just like a matter of getting my record to a good point where
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can get to that big show.
Absolutely. I think you're gonna get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so, and I think so too.
I guess out of your previous fights, which fight do you think has prepared you the most for this fight? That's a good question.
that's a good question.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
if you had to go back and be like, man, if I had to fight one of my previous opponents to prepare for this fight, who would it be?
I would say Apuni Pago, my pro debut.
Your first fight.
Yeah.
My very first. And I always go back to that fight because it brought out a lot of me and it showed a lot of myself because I went into that fight thinking like I was going to be able to get takedowns a lot easier than I did.
Right.
And I was getting cracked a lot of times. I could not get my takedowns going. At one point, I got hit with like a teep, knocked the breath out of me, and I just could not breathe for like a whole minute. I was trying to recuperate, and it was just so hard. And I had to dig really, really deep. And I think this fight, I feel like all the fights I need to be able to dig deep, and I have it if I need to. But if I don't, it's there if I need it. Yeah.
Right. Your record goes to show. I mean, you have been digging deep. It sounds like,
Dude, a lot of people take it for granted. They don't understand what it means to be a fighter. So not just the physical side of it, but the mental side of it. You look at a sport like wrestling. You've got 3 minutes, and that's like the longest 3 minutes of your life. You're using muscles that most people haven't even heard of, right?
Yeah.
So there's the physical, but what is it? How do you dig deep? What does it take? Like, what's the mindset of a fighter? Because most people are afraid to even get hit, right? You come in looking for it, right? Yeah. What does that take, the mental side of a fighter?
right.
I think it takes a lot. So fortunate enough, I'm able to have like a strong mentality as it is. So I'm able, I feel like a lot of it has to do with just my heart, and a lot of it has to do with, I think, me being a Mexican. Like I have that, I have like that Mexican heart. It's something about it. Just like I don't want to give up, and I don't want to let people down. That's my main thing, not letting anyone down, but especially not letting myself down, right? And going into the fight, I'm always thinking about not just me, but my family. I'm thinking about, all right, if I lose, like my family is not gonna be able to eat, you know.
Yeah.
I can't provide for them.
Yeah.
I can't do this because of them. So that's kind of what goes on in the back of my head. That if I lose tonight, it's over, or like, you know, like I can't feel my family, because at the end of the day, that's kind of what it entails.
Yeah, that's a big part of why you're doing it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of responsibility for a young man. Yeah.
Not only is it like it's like an actual battle for survival, you know.
Right.
It's like you got to have that motivation in the ring, otherwise you're not gonna. You got to have that driving factor, you know. Otherwise, it's just not gonna happen, you know. But it seems like you're taking it to heart and gonna make it happen. That's why we're here. We're super pumped for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. This is awesome.
Yeah, that part of fighting always just, I don't know, like blew me away. Like I said, just the guts, the courage, all that to get in there. You know you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
You know, and to just say, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to war.
Just bite down on your mouth guard and just go.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
It's been really sweet. This whole ride has been really sweet. It's crazy to think I started 6 years ago. So I started training 2019. I started fighting 2020.
Okay.
So training 2019 is when I started like training MMA full.
Yeah.
Because I did wrestling in high school for 2 years, and then right after high school, I transitioned into boxing for a whole year straight.
Okay.
Which was, like I was telling you guys, right downtown Delavan, Wisconsin, and then I transitioned to MMA 1 year after that. And
nice.
And then I fought my amateur debut in like 2020. I had 4 fights that year.
Yeah, that's a lot of fights.
I was rolling. I was rolling through the fights, and then the following year, I had my pro debut against Puni Pagoa.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Any serious injuries? Obviously, knock on wood. You know, we're hoping nothing ever bad happens. But what's the worst thing that's happened to you in the ring, in the octagon?
In the octagon?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been knocked out.
Been knocked out?
Like I've been like out, but I've been back up.
Yeah. I've been knocked out a couple times.
I've literally been. I've been dropped a couple times, but I'm pretty sure I've been out twice in the same fight. My first fight ever.
Okay.
And it kind of like shows you what kind of a person you are too when you get hit like that, and like you go out and you come back.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you guys about my heart, the Mexican heart, that never give up mentality too.
Yeah.
My amateur debut, I went in there with a kickboxer, a team world Muay Thai kickboxer or whatever, and I go in for my shot, and I get hit with the knee, and I get dropped.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm back up, and then I get dropped again, and then I'm back up, and then this guy is trying to take my back.
Yeah, because once you go down, you don't stop.
This guy was trying to pull my legs out, and somehow I just managed to get my wind back, get on top of him, and then just start grounding and pounding him for 2 more rounds, and then finish the fight.
Nice. Holy shit.
It was crazy, man. That was crazy.
Oh,
yeah, get knocked out twice, all in the first round, and survive and come back.
Right.
My first fight.
Yeah.
Like, going into that, I was like, oh my gosh. But then after that, I was like, I already been through like, what else? Like, you know, who else is gonna like? If I can go through that, like I can go through it.
Right. Yeah, it teaches you a lot about yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this guy you're fighting here, RJ Casper, I mean, he looks like he's a total fuck. What are you thinking about this guy? I don't want you to go too deep into your game plan to give him any, insight, but like, what do you think of this guy? Should he go back to Walmart and bag some groceries?
I mean, I try not to think about my opponent too much. Like I
just watch the tape.
Yeah, I'll watch a couple of his tapes, but I'll let my coach worry about that. You know?
Yeah.
I go in there kind of worrying about what I have to do, what I got to get to, because I feel like when you worry about someone else too much, you can never get to what you can get to, you know?
Yeah, it'll like double back trick you, and the next thing you know, you're training things that are going to get you screwed. Yeah.
Or I'm in a fight waiting for him to do something.
Right.
Because I'm expecting him to do this or do that. If he doesn't do this a certain way.
Yeah. Don't want to be a reactionary fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going in there doing what I got to do, right? And whatever he gives me, I'm going to react to whatever that situation, whatever happens in that fight at that moment.
I like that. I mean, you're the vessel of destruction, man. You gotta let your coaches figure out the tools you need. Yeah.
I mean, after this fight, if he wants to go back to Walmart, that's fine by me. I really don't care. As long as he send his ass to Walmart. As long as he shows up and I get paid, I'm good with whatever he does.
Right. Oh man, that's good shit.
Like on that same page. So like obviously not worrying about your opponent. What's your mindset? You remember a fighter for the UFC, Forrest Griffin?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
So when I used to watch his interviews, he was like, he wasn't super aggressive with his words. He'd be like, I don't know. He'd be like, maybe I'll win. I don't know. He goes, I'm going to try. He's like, and then he fucked a lot of guys up. He was a tough guy. But he wasn't like, like a Conor McGregor. Like, I'm going to fuck you up, right? I'm going to win this fight. He was just kind of like, he wasn't cocky. He wasn't arrogant. He was just like.
Confident.
He was like, I'm going to try. I'll probably win. Who knows? We'll see, right? It always struck me as odd, and then you go out there and handle business.
Yeah.
What's your mindset,
I mean, what's going on in my head, maybe I don't always say it, but what's going on in my head, it's like, I'm going to win. I'm going to dominate. Like, I'm looking to dominate this guy. I'm the best in the world.
Nice.
Before I step in that ring, I'm telling myself I'm the best in the world. No one can stop me. Tonight, like, doesn't matter what happened any other night, tonight, I'm the best in the world. And when I step in there, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
I mean, that's my mindset going into the fight. Any fight.
Yeah.
That is a good mindset.
Yeah, in this moment, that's all that matters.
Right.
Exactly.
You are the best.
Right.
Because anything can happen. You can,
go in ironclad, no chinks in the armor.
Exactly. And anything can happen on that night. It all depends on who's the best on that night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same mantra for like football. Any given Sunday, right?
Yeah.
A
Exactly.
lot of shit can happen. So people, they want to come to your fight, right? So we know they can stream it on UFC
Fight Pass. So if you go on my Instagram, which is called, my handle is @thesanson with 2 E's. You can see it on my bio. There's a link, and there's a stream. I mean, you can hit the link, and it's gonna take you to my link tree, which the stream is attached. And there's also, you can buy tickets online there, which I said it was at Potawatomi in Milwaukee, so you guys can get the tickets there as well.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get out. Make sure people knew how to get these tickets, how to find you, how to watch your fight, right? And you're on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram. I just got TikTok.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook, but Facebook is more personal.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll have to send us a link to your Instagram, and then we can post it on with this episode. Yeah.
Of course.
And then I'm hoping, if we go through and we buy tickets through your affiliate link, you get a little bit of change in your pocket.
I'll definitely get something in my pocket.
That's right.
Exactly.
Feed the family.
Have you guys ever been to a professional fight? Yeah.
I've never personally gone to one, but where you're fighting at for Pato, I've had a couple of buddies go to those fights, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's probably about as cool as it gets for around here."
You guys gotta go, man. It's a different vibe when you guys go live, because like there's so much action and so much, like, you hear all the punches, and sometimes the crowd goes a little like quiet, and then you just hear like smacks, or you hear that drunk guy, kick him in the balls. You hear someone punch him in the face like a dog.
Yeah, I actually saw, it was at the Rosemont years ago. I saw Anderson Silva. That was the main event, fight Patrick Codier.
Yeah.
And that fight actually kind of sucked. Anderson Silva, he did what he did, what he always did. He showboated, danced around Patrick. And then Patrick ended up hurting his knee, like rolled his knee, and they stopped the fight in the start of the third round. So that fight, the main event wasn't that cool, but I agree, the whole scene, all the fights leading up to that fight were really fucking cool. So I have been there.
And especially when you know someone on the fight card, and you just know, like, you've been hearing about them and whatnot, it's awesome to see them live,
Yeah, this would be a different experience for us, right? Because we're sitting down talking to you. We're going to know you personally, watching you come out to fight. I mean, that'll be cool as shit.
Right.
And wait, is this gonna drop before?
It is gonna come out before.
I think the Friday before. Yeah.
Okay, I'm out. I mean, we'll do a fight prediction at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Remind me.
Yeah. All right. And just let us know how we're doing time wise.
We're good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do it. That's kind of cool. I want to do the fight prediction.
Right. No, that's gonna be exciting, man. I guess what's like your mentality, or like what's your plan the day of? Like, you're gonna wake up, how many times are you going to jerk off?
I guess it's not waste that energy.
Right,
No,
like,
I did that last week. No, I'm kidding.
like what's like your pre-fight ritual? I guess that's all I'm asking. You know.
Pre-fight ritual. So in the morning, we usually come in and do like a shakeout, which is like shaking out all the food because we got to cut weight.
Right.
Which is a whole nother story. So we got to do a shakeout, try to get the food moving around, try to get it like a little sweat, and then our body just warmed up and whatnot.
Right.
And that's usually around like 12 o'clock. And then I'll either eat breakfast before then or after, depending on how I feel from the day before. And then we'll kind of just chill out and relax, depending on where we're at, because sometimes, like a lot of times, I'm away. So I'm in a different state, or like I'm in a different town or whatever. If I'm in a different town or different state, we're at the hotel chilling for a little bit, and then we might go out and walk around, get our feet, just walk around.
Right.
And then
And you're
Just keep the blood flowing.
keep the blood flowing, chill.
You're probably trying to chill and keep your nerves down too.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because you got nerves running, throughout your body all freaking week.
Right.
And then so we're just chilling until they tell us we have to go to the venue, because they'll give us a time, they'll give us a whole schedule, and we'll have to get there. And then we get there, and then kind of just chilling, and then we're waiting for the fights to start. And then since I'm on Fight Pass, it's later on the card, so then I gotta kind of wait for all the amateurs to be done, the pro prelims to be done, and then finally, all right, I'll start warming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your food look like? What are you eating? So, like this week? Or even the week of the fight.
Yeah.
How much does your meals change the closer you get?
The closer I get, it's like I'm just eating less.
Of what?
Of less of like.
What do you eat? I mean, chicken, rice.
Yeah, like
I'll eat greens.
like right now I'll eat chicken, rice, salmon, rice, steak, rice, beef, rice. I like more beef. Like
you
ground
weighing
beef.
everything? Everything weighed?
No,
Okay.
not right now. I had a meal prep company helping me out before. Right now I'm kind of just doing it on my own.
Okay.
But I can kind of like eyeball it.
Yeah.
And kind of see what I need to, like, I know what I need to eat to lose, or
Yeah.
like I've cut weight I think like 7-8 times now, and I kind of every time I cut weight I track it. It's all tracked down, like my weight and what I weighed before practice, after practice, the morning, the night.
Wow.
Just to kind of dial in each fight camps, right? So if my last fight camp, what I did, see how I felt, and if it worked, then I'll try it again, right? And it's all about testing different strategies and whatnot, and seeing how I feel that day.
Yeah.
The day of the fight, and then just adjusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're cutting, what do you got to get down to?
So when I cut, I usually have to get down to 125.
Okay. What do you walk around at?
It depends. So, because if I'm in camp, I'll walk around like 145.
Okay, so that's a significant cut.
Yeah.
If I'm out of camp, maybe like 150.
Okay.
152.
Damn, so you got to drop 25 pounds.
Right. Not more. Holy crap.
How far out does that start?
How
many weeks before fight does that start?
I mean, right away. Like right away, I'll start dieting. So that's gonna bring down my weight a lot more. As long as I try to be no more than, 25. If I have to weigh in at 125 1 month out, I want to be no more than 140.
Okay.
So I want to be under 140, and that's like 15 pounds right there, and I can just play with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like throughout that month, I'll lose like the 5, and then I'll cut like that 10, either like the week of or like the week 2 weeks before.
Okay. How much of that is water? Are you like
10 pounds of water.
Yeah. So like day of the fight, couple days before, you're drinking less water.
I've actually done like this thing called like water loading.
Okay.
So like you drink more.
Really?
Yeah. So it goes from like a gallon to like 2 gallons. Whoa. And I gotta drink 2 gallons like 3 days out.
But just so you can build it up in your system, so you can dump it
exactly
before the fight, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll dump it out, just trying to lose weight, and it's just all water weight.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it'll go right through me.
Yeah.
And what they say works a lot better is trying to be dehydrated for the least amount of time, right? So each fight, I'm testing all these different things, right? These strategies, because once I get to like the big show, I want to have it just dialed in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they even have plans for you, so like because they have professionals,
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try to dump it out all towards like as close to the fight as possible. I'll cut weight the morning of weigh-ins. So I'll wake up, weigh-ins are at 11. I'll wake up like at 5 in the morning and go cut some weight, or even 7,
Yeah.
because I want to cut it as close to that weigh-in period as possible.
Right.
So when you're fighting at night, you take a nap in there at all?
No, I can't take a nap. But I actually have a crazy story about my last weight cut. If you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
It was some crazy shit that happened because I went to go wait. So we were gonna fight in Milwaukee, and I weighed in. I cut the weight and whatnot at this gym nearby, and I got to weight on my scale. At least it said I got to weight, right. I was supposed to weigh 120, or actually this was a catch weight, so 130.
Okay.
Can I weigh over 130? I think I was like 129, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm good. I'm chilling. I clean myself up. I'm chilling, and then we go drive to the weigh-ins, right?
Right.
And weigh-ins start at, I believe, at 11, and I get there like at 10:30 with time to like try to check weight.
Yeah.
I get there and the scale's not around, so I'm like, all right, like
Oh.
I need the official scale. Where's it at?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for it, and I ask them. They're like, oh, it's at the gym. I was like, well, kind of want to check my weight. Like, it's weigh-ins are about to start, just in case. Like, I want to get a head start. They don't make it back. They don't bring the scale back until like it's about to be 11, and I get to the scale and I'm a pound over.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, a whole pound.
Oh. Yeah.
I was like, yee.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm like
right.
a pound over, and I'm in Milwaukee, so I really don't know where to cut weight over there. So usually when you don't make weight, you have a whole hour to try to make weight. So from 11, if I can't make weight, I'll have until 12.
Okay.
And right away, I step out. I was a pound over. I was like, oh shoot! I get back to my like I try to just be as calm as possible because everyone's in there. My
Right.
opponent,
Watching it,
opponent,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I went up. I checked my weight before everyone else. Before like it was like the official weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go back to my teammate. I'm like, hey man, I gotta go lose a pound. Just be nonchalant as possible. just try to like poker face it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and at this point, all you're wearing is shorts, right?
all I'm wearing is shorts. Like,
You
yeah,
ain't stripping nothing off.
yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not even wearing shorts. I'm wearing just my boxers.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I'm like, there's nothing else I can. This is a
Right.
pound, bro.
Right.
I gotta go. I have to go. And my coach had drove us because I didn't want to drive, right? And he had right after that he had gone to go watch my cousin's or he had went to go coach him, so he wasn't there, and that was my ride to go to the
Yeah.
gym to lose weight. So right away I had an hour. I'm like, shoot, we gotta call an Uber. I gotta get the Uber. Boom, I'm trying to get the Uber. It's like 20 minutes out, and I'm like, no. So I had to find another one, 15 minutes out, whatever. We get to the Uber. We find a gym nearby. It was like 10 minutes away. Get to the gym. I'm running up the stairs. This place is in this huge building. Second story, I had to take a freaking elevator. I'm like, bro, come on, trying to get
Time is
there.
of the essence here.
Time is of an essence, yeah. We get finally all the way up. I'm filling out this freaking
The application to join.
yeah,
The
like,
waiver.
right, the waiver.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just let me in.
Right.
And paying whatever they gotta pay, and I get in there. I rip off my clothes, and all my like all my weight cut equipment was in my coach's truck. So like my sweet sweat, my sauna suit, everything. So I had nothing.
Yeah.
So I ran in the sauna with like just me and like my underwear. And I'm in there just like shadow boxing, trying to do whatever I can to try to lose this weight. I got like these two guys looking at me like, what the heck?
Yeah.
This
They're
man-
probably in there trying to suck each other off.
Right.
A couple of local queers in the sauna.
Like this motherfucker's already a stick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to lose like a whole pound. I'm here just doing whatever. I'm looking at the clock. I can see there's a glass door, and I see the clock, and I'm like trying to go. Like I'm in there like 10, 15 minutes, nothing. Like no sweat's coming off.
Oh no.
But once I get
yeah.
to like that 15-minute mark, the sweat starts dripping.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I just gotta keep going. And I have to make it back to the place by 12 o'clock, or else I'm like disqualified.
Yeah,
pretty much.
right.
And it's like 10:40 almost, and I'm trying to as fast as I can. And I think at 12:43, I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. I'm like, this is the best I can.
It's like
yeah.
11:43?
Yeah, it's like 11:43. I'm like, this is the best I can do.
Yeah,
And I get all my stuff.
You got 17 minutes.
Yeah, I put all my clothes back on. I get the Uber. We running back down the stairs because this damn freaking place is on the second
Yeah.
story.
Right.
I get in the Uber. I'm freaking put my hood up. I'm still sweating. Oh my God, I gotta go. I'm still trying to go. My buddy was with me the whole time too, and he actually had a fight too. So he came with me, not knowing that we are gonna be so like short on time. So he could have got disqualified too.
Oh shit!
So I'm like, bro, I was thinking, I'm like, thank you for coming with me. So I had to do it alone. Also, because it's just annoying being alone.
Yeah.
And we get to the place, we get to the hotel. There's like 3 minutes left, I think, maybe 4. And this place is on like 3rd story. I'm over here trying to press the freaking button to get on the elevator. There's a whole family in there. I'm like, bro, you guys, let me get in here. And I get in there, and this freaking elevator's taking forever. It stops on each floor. Of course, it had to stop on each floor.
Yeah.
And I finally get to the 3rd floor. And I'm like, all right, you guys gotta. I'm like, I'm sorry, family, but you guys gotta move out the way. Like, I gotta get through. And I'm like, run all the way to like the weigh-ins. And everyone's already done. Everyone's weighing in.
Just waiting on you.
No, they moved them over to like another spot where they're doing the like medicals and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I run in there, and I check my weight. Boom! I make weight.
Nice.
By 0.1.
Holy shit.
By 0.1. And the commission comes up to me and she's like, you know, there's only 1 more minute left until Wayne. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, it's done at 12 though, right? She's like, yeah, but you only have 1 more minute left. She was pissed.
Right. Look, I'm good. I'm
She's
good.
like, I made her ass work that day. Waiting for me and shit. But
so you and your homie made it.
Yeah, we made it. I barely made it by freaking 0.1, and with 1 minute to spare. That was like the craziest weight cut.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
So in like an hour and 45 minutes, you lost a pound.
Not even.
It was like an hour.
It was not even that, because
not
like,
even an
it's
hour?
like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Because I was only,
20 minutes.
like, I was only in the sauna for like 22 minutes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Jesus.
I don't know how I did it, boys, but
Yeah, that's
You're
firing on sheer will. I mean, holy shit.
That's what you were talking about at the beginning of this episode, digging deep, right?
digging deep.
That's what you got to do.
I had to dig deep, and that was just like the adversity. Like all my life, I feel like I've had adversity hit me, and just learning how to dig through it, and just learning how to get through those obstacles is like the biggest thing. And I've learned like so much along the way too. So it's definitely helped.
Finding ways to break through it and making yourself stronger.
Exactly, and that's like all we can do is like try to like figure out ways to like dig through when you dig through when you think you can't, because our body can do so much that we don't even know, right? Because our minds sometimes limits us to what our body's potentially.
I know. I mean, when I go for a run and like a car like headlight flashes me in the eyes, that's enough for me to say. That's like, whoa, that was bright, and then that's it. The run is over. That's about as much pain as I can take.
Yeah, that is crazy how much your mind controls your body. Right? You can push it to some pretty extreme limits.
Yeah.
Well, you got a fight name and you go out there. What are you, the destroyer?
I actually don't have an alias name right now, but it's something I'm working on.
Yeah. What do you got? Any ideas? You don't want to leak anything, or?
No, I don't have any ideas. But I mean, if anyone wants to throw me some ideas on, shoot me a DM on Instagram with your ideas. All right.
What was that Instagram again?
The Sanson.
The
Sanson.
THE.
Yeah.
Okay. Also two E's on the the.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sanson. Okay.
So let's spell this out real quick, so everybody knows.
THEESANSONN.
Okay.
Double
N. Double E, double N.
Double N.
Yeah.
The Sanson with a double E on the and a double N on the last name. Sanson. All right.
Yep.
And I'm on TikTok too at Sanson MMA.
Okay, Sanson MMA.
It's a little easier.
Nice, yeah. Have you guys got any ideas for Miguel Sanson for his what would you call that? That's like your fight tag, your fight name. What do you call that?
Alias name.
Your alias name. Okay, yeah. Got any ideas on his alias? Yeah.
Let me know.
Awesome. Yeah, get us those links to your socials. Definitely get us the link to where we can get the tickets for you, and we'll blast it out for you, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, we came up with Sean's alias. Sean the Super Deviant.
The Super Deviant.
Super Deviant, okay.
Because if you listen to his episodes, you will find out how he has earned that nick. So talk about digging deep.
Right.
He's done some devious shit.
I was just thinking about his story that he just told. It was crazy that like he was able to like in that hour figure out what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I would have panicked and thought about like what part I need to cut off my body.
Like physical, you would have cut a finger. Or something.
Yeah, some shit. I'd been like, dude, fuck.
Well, you can't fight a hand. You're gonna go.
Yeah, so I was thinking about the toes or something. Like, like fuck, dude. Yeah, I would have been stuck there for the hour and gotten fucked.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
Yeah, I had to think. No, I had to think quick because, like I said, I only have an hour, so I'm like, all right, boom, just think quick, pull that shit out somewhere.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how we got his. Just from his deviant fucking stories, we came up with Sean. It was like Sean the Deviant. No, not good enough. Sean the Super Deviant. So if you see his character, we came up with he's wearing a fucking cape and everything with a superhero.
Yeah, I got a Facebook profile for it called the Deviant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we're just all kind of linking up together and trying to make it happen.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, we're definitely we're at about 34 minutes. I mean, we can keep going. We can pitch it off here. But I do want to talk about getting you back on after the fight.
Yeah, we definitely
just kind of get a post-fight breakdown from you. Yeah.
So I think after the fight, we should do the podcast, and just so we can talk some more shit, and maybe talk about the fight. And
I'd like to dig a little more deeper into like who you are, like how you started, where did you come from, and get more of like an in-depth
I think that's a
view
great
from
idea.
your perspective. But I think this is good. We'll get a little preview of the fight, and then hopefully get you back on for something a little more in depth.
You guys are gonna watch me whip Sean's ass?
Oh, yeah. We can record it. We can You don't have any video, but we can, you'll hear the punches.
Right.
What, you want me thrown around a little
Chill.
bit?
No,
Just let them put you in like a sleeper hold or something. Quick.
No, because I live by a motto: if you beat that ass, you get to take that ass.
No.
So I don't want. I don't want.
Coming out next, the next B&J episode is going to be out on Pornhub.
No, OnlyFans. Come on, guys.
Yeah. We're bigger than that. We're better go at it, right? Stay with the times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I have a memory of Miguel.
Yeah.
Because for people that don't know, I kind of grew up around Miguel. I never really paid attention to him. I mean,
He was just a little guy.
yeah. I'm not even fucking with you. He was small as shit.
Oh no.
What is it? And I remember this because it always stuck with me. I always felt really bad for him at that point. But we were at my aunt's house, and we were having like a family gathering and shit. And my aunt Rachel was like, "Okay, everybody, family picture." So everyone gets in the family picture, and then little Miguel like scoots into the family photo, and then Aunt Rachel like yells at him. She's like, "I said family only."
What the fuck? You remember this?
No, I don't remember it.
Miguel like scooted out, and I was like, "Dude, that was fucking a dick move, bro." I felt so bad. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, so he owes you a punch for that.
Dude, I didn't do it.
Maybe Aunt Rachel.
Okay, let's get her in here.
Aunt Rachel got it bad enough with her husband. She got it bad enough.
She got one way or the other. Damn.
Yeah, she was doing them dishes for sure after that.
Yeah.
So
man.
I mean, but yeah, what is it?
Hilarious.
I know you wanted to do it later, but I wanted to ask him now. Like, dude, what is it? Back then, like, what made you go into that? Like, I knew you growing up, and I never really saw you as that. You know what I mean? Like, I never saw you fighting.
Yeah, fighting.
Like, what made you go down that route?
I don't know. I think like I said, I was in high school and I did wrestling, and I went to the state championships. I kind of got a little taste of like being on like that big platform.
Right.
Just kind of seeing everyone and be like, dang, like this is nice. Like I like this, and like I couldn't really do much with it because I was so late into it. And after losing, I was kind of just drove me like, just like the individual sport itself. I like the feeling of everything's on you no matter what happens.
Right.
And I always wanted to be like a winner, like a champion of some sort.
Yeah.
And I knew in wrestling like it was gonna take a lot because I was so late to it. But I feel like in MMA like it was gonna be easier route, but I guess you could say easier route than wrestling, and I was gonna get paid.
Right.
Nice. Right.
So
That's a nice
exactly.
benefit.
Yeah.
But then like if you rewind back even further, when I was young, like I'd watch like WWE. I think we probably all watched WWE SmackDowns. I don't know if it was like why. It was like the funnest thing ever. But I always grew up watching like John Cena and him being like the champion or whatever. And I was like, I want to, exactly. I'm like, I want to be that guy.
Fuck yeah, who doesn't want to be?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I think just growing up, having that like, I want to be that guy and whatnot. And then in high school, actually almost like being that guy, like almost being the champ, you know, and then not being the champ afterwards, kind of like, I kind of got like this burning like fire inside me that's like, I want to like be a champion, like for myself and like for like for my community, I guess, and like my family, you know,
someone the community can look up to, someone your
exactly.
family can look up to.
Exactly, because like I already have, like I said, a strong mindset as it is, but not, everyone doesn't have the same mindset. You know, there's kids around here that don't have that same mindset and don't have someone that they could inspire to be, you know, and they don't know because they come from maybe a small town, they come from a rough upbringing and whatnot. They think because of their circumstances they can't achieve certain things, right? And I want to be able to prove that wrong and show these kids that it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what you have. You are capable of more than you think. Yeah. As long as you put yourself, as long as you put you hold yourself accountable and you can really commit yourself to doing whatever it is that you want to do.
Okay.
And that kind of just is driving me to become who I am today, not just in MMA, but in other things as well, and other things in my life. And I think just I enjoy working out. I enjoy working out, and I enjoy wrestling, and I've enjoyed learning boxing and kickboxing, and why not make a career out of it and get paid at the same time, make some money, inspire some kids, and have fun.
Yeah. If you can get paid, if that can be your career, just fucking working out all the time and fucking people up.
I mean, I'm kicking ass, being paid. Come on.
Yeah. Dream job. Yeah. Right. It's just what plays in your favor is that, like you said, not everybody can do it because not everybody has the mentality, right? The heart for it.
And not everyone should do it, right?
Yeah.
But it should at least give you that motivation to see, like, damn, like, if he can go fight, he can go in front of all these people, and I can go chase that job. I can go chase that dream. I can go try this venture. I can go try this, try that. Yeah. Some people are just too scared to try something and just like fail, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. People are afraid to fail.
Exactly.
Right? I agree with you.
Yeah. I think the number one secret to success is like failing and learning from it and overcoming that and just being able to adapt and just grow from it, and learn and just keep improving every day.
Absolutely. Those are powerful words, Miguel.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to fail. Those failures is what makes you stronger and better.
Exactly.
Right? In every aspect of life. So
words of wisdom.
Yeah. I feel so many times already, and I'll continue to fail, but is it going to stop me? No, it's going to keep pushing me forward, keep pushing me to try new things, right? Try and look at things differently too. So
nice.
See, Tyrone, if Miguel can do it, you can do it.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to plug? I know we're getting close on your time limit. Anything else you want to plug? Say about the fight, about yourself, real quick as we wrap up.
I mean, we could do a little fight prediction.
All right.
Fight prediction.
What are you talking? Fight prediction. I'm guessing you're not just talking about win or loser, right?
Yeah.
How are we talking like how it's going to end, right?
Yep. Okay. So it's either. So I'm thinking it's going to be a finish, right? I don't want it to be a finish on the ground. I'd rather be finished on the feet. Okay. Let my hands do the work. But if my feet come up out of the air, I don't know if you saw my last fight, but I landed this nasty tornado kick.
Nice.
You might be seeing some flying shit. So if I start going in the air, just know it might be over, right?
So your prediction is you're knocking this motherfucker out.
I'm knocking this dude out. I'm trying to get on ESPN. I'm trying to get Dana's eyes on me.
Nice.
Like I said, I'm trying to get to the big show, and I'm looking to get a title shot this next fight.
Yeah. So, you want a prediction out of all of us?
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, let's see.
I think you're just going to beat his ass. I bet you're going to knock him out, and the first or at the end of the first or somewhere in the middle of the second, he's going to hit the ground and he'll accidentally piss himself.
Sean, what do we got?
Me personally, I just hope that you dog it out for the whole time.
You just want to show.
Yeah, I just want to show.
How tired Miguel
You want to see a war of attrition.
You want your money's worth.
Yeah. I want that scene from like Gladiator, like they're both tired as shit and fucking
bloody.
But how does he finish it?
Dude, what do you mean? However Miguel wants to finish.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Flying whip kick to the
Yeah.
back of the head.
I mean, submissions are cool, right? They're cool to see, but I'm not going to argue with Miguel here. So I'm going to go with him. He's knocking this motherfucker out.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? What round are we knocking this guy out?
Let's go either second or third. Yeah,
Okay.
like he said, like he
Yeah,
said, I
make
got
a show.
Yeah, give
And
him
then
a
make
little
a show.
fight.
Knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take him down, tire him out, lock him up a little bit, right?
I feel like the longer the fight goes, the better I get, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So it's like, if I could have my way, I'd do five rounds.
Okay.
Wow.
But it's only 3.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
it's 3 5-minute rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a long 5
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
A long
Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Wrestling's only 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a long 3 minutes. This
Yeah.
is
But
even longer.
I feel like wrestling is almost harder, just
Yeah.
because you're just wrestling, like you're using your body the whole time and you're
Right.
engaged. Where in MMA, like you can like relax a little bit on the outside,
Yeah.
pop shot them, and
Yeah.
then there's like the situations where you have to wrestle maybe 40 seconds hard, but then you can relax a little bit. So it's a little back and forth with it's either wrestling or MMA that's a little harder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going Miguel knocks his opponent out, 3rd round,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're not sure hands or feet. We're going to see some flying shit. He says he's kicking this guy in the
Some
face.
flying shit.
Send him back to Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. Well, thanks for sitting with us.
course.
You know, thanks
Really
for bringing us
appreciate
in your gym. You
Yeah.
know, extending all your hospitality. You know, it was cool. It was cool shit.
Yeah.
I
So-
appreciate you guys.
No, we
Thank you
appreciate
guys
you.
for coming out.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
And
Anytime.
yeah, next time we talk is gonna be a fight recap, a
Yeah.
knockout recap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
All right.
We're excited for it, man. Thank you.
And I hope all you guys listening can enjoy the fight and stream it on UFC Fight Pass March 23rd. I'll be up around 7 o'clock. The fight title will be named APFC 16. It stands for Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship, for
Okay.
those who don't know. And I'm also going to be live in Milwaukee at the Potawatomi Casino. So if you guys want to come out and get some drinks, enjoy your time, be on a date with the girl, whatever, be with the boys, be by yourself, don't matter, come on through, just make it to my fight, all right? And then you guys can get shit drunk or whatever you guys want to do.
Right.
I always gotta tell my friends, hey, if you're gonna drink, just wait till my fight gets closer. 'Cause you're gonna miss my fight if you're freaking
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it. Thank you
Thanks
guys.
again.
Yeah.
You know, what do you say? What's the? I don't want to jinx it.
Over and out.
No, what do you say? Like, some people don't like to hear like good luck, right? You're like,
skill.
fuck that. I don't need luck.
Good skill.
Good skill.
Yeah,
All right,
good
man.
skill. Hey, good skill. Yeah.
Good skill. All right, do your over and out. We're out.
All right, this is Miguel Sanson, and we're over and out.